It's basically a test, but it's my drive, basically a short drive to the Cloisters in Upper Manhattan. I'm on 152nd Street between Amsterdam and St. Nicholas Avenue. Or actually Amsterdam and Convent Avenue. St. Nicholas is like a very short next block over. So I'm gonna go down to Main Street unless I run into traffic or lose my patience, and then get on the highway. On my right is the dance theater of Harlem. Here we go. Also, we'll stop this if my phone starts overheating. I'm gonna make a left turn and go up actually, because I'm heading north. St. Nicholas. See, the motorcycle just ran a light. I don't trust any of them, because most of them don't have any kind of driver's license or anything, or any kind of real training at all. They run a light indiscriminately. They'll hit you, because I've been hit by my car's been hit by a dirt bike, unlicensed dirt bike. Luckily he didn't fall down. He just hit the car, messed up my bumper, and rode off because he knew he was wrong. And luckily nowadays the police don't really do anything in New York City. There's a car speeding up the middle, but he turned off now. He was speeding up the safety zone lane, which he's not supposed to be in, but he turned up 152nd Street. New York City is very lawless, but not the most lawless place. There's a political host I listen to called Benny, I forgot his last name. I've listened to him a lot lately. He said that certain places, even here in the United States, has like portals to hell. And he mentioned, I think he mentioned Seattle, Washington, and Washington, D.C., and San Francisco. But what I know is he didn't mention New York City, and I don't think that was our mission. He just didn't think about it. New York City also has hellish portals. We'll make the best of it while we're still here. It's 13:41 hours. That's 1:41 p.m. for those that don't know. In New York City, the temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Letting this guy go. He appreciated it. He said thank you. You're welcome. He said thank you again. God bless you, brother. Thank you. I don't have the radio on because I don't want to get striked. Not that anybody's really, unless I have some new people watching or following. There's not many people that watch my channel at this time. Hopefully that improves. So if you're watching, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like this video. This is my site channel. It's the way I view things. Gonna make the next available left, which is 159th Street. I'm gonna head westbound. Probably gonna go to Broadway and make the right. Can't make the right because I see right now the street is blocked off. So I'm on Amsterdam, so I'm going to make a left turn, head back south to the next available right, and then hopefully I can head to Broadway on that street. That should be 157th Street in Amsterdam. Come on, sir, or ma'am, or them, as they say nowadays. Heading back south on Amsterdam Avenue, we're going to make the next available right, which looks like right now it's going to be 157th Street and Amsterdam, heading down to Broadway, westbound to Broadway. Somebody's backing out the street. Oh, I see what he's doing. He was in the crosswalk. I'm going to let him go. When you're making these, especially these right turns, because there's so many bicyclists, these motorized scooters and bicycles and dirt bikes and all kinds of things, they'll just ride up on your right, and next thing you know, you're accident and they're on the floor and they're blaming you. You gotta be very careful. Somebody's moving in or out on the right, they have a U-Haul. So a couple of air conditioners in there, so maybe whatever they're doing, they're moving in or out. It doesn't look like they just bought furniture or something and bringing it upstairs. Now, normally to get to the Cloisters, I would keep straight and get on the West Side Highway, and there's an exit right there that will take me there. But for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to go down, I'm going to go northbound, which is up on Broadway. Across the street is a Chipotle. I know there's a Planet Fitness on that same block. I Fix For You. I guess that's one of these cell phone repair shops. And next to that is City. This is across the street, by the way. City Brown's Threading Salon. I guess the ladies go there, or now the men too. They go there to get their, or them go there, as they say now. To get their eyebrows done. Not making a mockery, that's just the way they do things now. Some people do things. What I'm going to do for your viewing pleasure, and also to avoid traffic, I'm going to go make the left on the next street, which is 159th Street and Broadway, onto Fort Washington. And that's going to take me, if I can stay on Fort Washington without detour, it's going to take me right to the Cloisters. As we park past this armored truck, Loomis. I guess it's an armored truck service. Be careful, guys and gals. Okay. Now, the armored truck business, the drivers or the whatever they're called, I'd be hesitant to do. I know somebody has to do it, because you never know who's out here targeting you as anything, and they're carrying money and all that. A lot of times they have police officers doing a second job or retired police doing that. So I was able to make that left turn onto Fort Washington. This is going to take me right into the Cloisters. It's going to take us, because I'm not by myself right now, right into the Cloisters, which is like a historical museum in New York City. They have somebody, old or deceased person up there. It was a nun, as this guy nonchalantly walks across the street, oblivious to the fact that he's in the middle of the street and light is against him. Like, he can't get hit by a car. In New York City, they'll hit you and stop it, get out the car and spit on you and get back in the car and drive away. I don't think a lot of people that are from other places understand that. So when you cross these streets in New York, be cautious. New York City I'm talking about. Be cautious and be humble, because people will hit you and run. A lot of people out here don't have licenses at all or insurance. They just get in the car and drive. Put a fake paper plate on the car and drive. Hey. I'm sorry, I'm picking up somebody, young lady. I have to pick up somebody. I'm sorry. Have a good day. Okay. The young lady wanted to get in my car. I guess she wanted to go somewhere. Nice day. Nice day to walk anyway. She was a nice lady. I appreciate it. She didn't get an attitude because I told her no. Come on. Go be careful. Got this motorcycle on my right. Got to watch out for them. Even though they're crossing against the light. But sometimes it's best if you can stop. Just let them go because they'll get hit otherwise. Got another motorcycle coming up, but he was blocked off by the car behind me. These two guys with no helmet on in front are on a Revel scooter. They're electric, and he's supposed to have a license, and maybe he does, and maybe he doesn't. Yeah. But the vehicle itself has a license plate on it because I think it goes above a certain speed. This motorcycle, look how he's getting ready to slam into me, and they move out his way. They'll slam into you, fall in the street, and then next thing you know, you'll get a notice in the mail to appear in court or something, so they can sue you, even though they hit you. I don't get involved in that. On my right is an old building. It's an armory, but it's been turned into a track and field center. It's called New Balance. I guess they're the sponsor. I guess it's the same people that make the sneakers. I assume. Don't make the joke. And I guess they sponsored the renovation of that place. I've been there one time. It's very nice. Come on, sir. You got to wait. Green clear in the right and left, and we drove away. I want to give a shout out to ActionKid, who inspired me to make videos like this. I make other types of videos, but videos like this when I'm driving and I'm walking. Sometimes I just like to drive because when you walk down the street, you always get one person, oh, he'll take a picture of me. Like, I'm taking a picture of you. I'm just walking down the camera. The camera's everywhere in New York City. They're all over the place. So you're on camera somewhere. So some people lose their mind. I had to tell people a couple of times, I'm not taking a picture of you. I'm just videoing in general. You know? There was a guy that chased ActionKid down on 34th Street, and the ActionKid had to run it because they could see ActionKid is like a peaceful guy. And probably, I could be wrong. He's not he's not one to fight. We can all fight if necessary, but he's not one to get into confrontation. He's just out there doing his thing. He's polite. He seems like he's a nice guy. And this guy, he knew who he was, and he wanted to start with him. Up ahead, a couple blocks away, and we will pass, God willing, pass under it is the, under the roadway of it is is a bus terminal. Not the main one that you're thinking of on 42nd Street. This is on 178th and 179th and Broadway. A lot of the buses there go to Jersey and all that. They do have a couple of Greyhounds that run through there, but it's mostly kind of the semi-local buses. They also have a lot of mini buses that would take you out to certain nearby cities in New Jersey. And a lot of people take them to go to work and to go shopping or what have you. Now I noticed the person in front of me has their left turn signal. I hope they're not planning on making a left turn right here, because you'd be against traffic. Because the actual left turn to go to New Jersey is on the next block, 179th Street. Green, you can go. I hear this person in front of me. If he had gone earlier, because the guy waited for him, he gave the bus an opportunity to go. Now that bus looked like a student bus operator on it, and it probably had a more seasoned bus driver or bus operator, what we call them in New York City. Should do the same thing as Van did. And I'm gonna wait because now the van is gonna block traffic. He had a seasoned bus operator doing line training. See what the van's gonna run the light. See that? Did you see that? The van ran the light. An illegal left turn. And the city bus stopped properly to let the people go. People across the street. Let's see, the buses, I think they're going to block the box. But I know the bus is so long, sometimes you give them credit, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Let's see. Maybe you won't. Maybe I can get through. The light is green. No, the light is still red. This is Friday, and I try to avoid traffic. Everybody in New York is impatient anyway. As soon as the light turns green, if you're waiting for the signal to turn, as soon as the light turns green, just a microsecond before, after the light turns from red to green, those horns will start beeping. So New Yorkers have no patience at all. As I'm blocked by this Parks Department sanitation truck. Okay, we got through anyway. No harm, no foul. Guys out here with guy. No matter how large I got, I would keep my shirt on. You know. Guess they're trying to attract the females, or nowadays trying to attract other males. Beautiful day in New York City. Not humid. I think this guy is going to try and make this U-turn. Let's see. Yep, he was going to try. Or at least he had the sense to wait. Come on, bus. Okay. I find the city bus operators, for the most part, to be very excellent drivers, but these school bus that you put your kids on are not well trained. I've seen them do things often. As we pass Ozzy's Fresh Market, it's a supermarket. Not too many of them around. Actually, this is the only one I've ever seen. And there's a Chase Bank next to it. Across the street, on the west side of the street, is a pharmacy. Hilltop Pharmacy, your neighborhood drugstore. And there's a restaurant next to it called Refried Beans Mexican Grill. Refried Beans Mexican Grill. There's an Indian Kismet Indian restaurant. That's what it says. On the north side of the street from that. Kismet, maybe that's how you pronounce it. Kismet. This bus 9451, that's the M4. Ooh, oh, he got hit. M4 almost got hit by this car. Did you see that? Because he wasn't paying attention. And I'm looking in my rear view. He's still not paying attention. He's just trying to get out, get away, no matter what. Get out that space, no matter what's coming. Maybe he's a newer driver. Or maybe he just drives like they drive in New York City. Hope you saw that. It's live video if you're watching it right now. Or maybe you'll see it later. If you're watching it right now at 1:58 p.m. or 13:58 hours military time. If that's what you call it. Okay. So this is basically the Cloisters. I'm gonna go. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop over here if there's a space and inspect the bathroom. Make sure it's in working order, if you know what I mean. Okay. Let me see this car. That's okay. Anyway, it's been my pleasure. I hope you like and subscribe. I'm going to end the video right now. This is my site. And I thank you for joining me.